Good morning, everyone. It's time to start. I know I usually don't start these services, but I'm starting it this morning. Just welcome to everyone. Good to see you this morning. Whether you're here in person or watching online, we are one this morning together. And let's stand and start out by singing.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship Your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing a song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship Your holy name. You're rich in love and You're slow to anger. Your name is great and Your heart is high. For all Your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship Your holy name. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come, still my soul will sing Your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship Your holy name. Oh Lord, I'll worship Your holy name.
Amen. You may be seated.
Am I on? Am I on? There I am. A couple Sundays ago, we recognized our college graduates, and I said we'd recognize high school graduates in a couple weeks, and it's been a couple weeks, and so we want to recognize our high school grads. At the end, after I've kind of introduced everybody, I'll ask if you're a high school graduate and you're here this morning, if you could just stand and we'll give you a round of applause, just so we can recognize you. But we have a lot of high school graduates this year. I believe we have 9. And so I just want to introduce them all to you just so we can kind of be celebrating with them. If you see them this morning or over the next week or two, give them a congratulations. Be praying for them as they're getting ready to go into this next stage of life. So first, let's introduce our first graduate. We've got Luke Andrews. Luke is finishing at Finally Done Christian Academy. Is moving on to moving on to HVAC work next year. Some of you get why that's funny. He's moving on to HVAC work next year. Next, we've got A.J. Baker. A.J. Baker's finishing from Baker Homeschool. A.J.'s going off to Bob Jones with focus in business administration. That's continuing on the family legacy. I know Stephen just graduated from there a year ago, so we're excited for A.J. to continue on. I know he's excited as well. Next, we have David Bain finishing at Deep Run High School. David is going to George Mason to study statistics. After that, we've got Jonathan Bowers. Some of you know Peter and Melody. They are missionaries who have been involved with Immanuel for a long time. He's finishing at GDQ International Christian School and is planning to go to Liberty University, go Flames. His area of study is going to be computer science and counseling. After that, we have TJ Corcoran. Is finishing from homeschool as well. Next year he's going to VCU, so he'll be here in town. So we'll still get to see him around, which makes me happy. We're going to miss him in IY. But yeah, he's going to VCU to study computer science, which if you know where TJ likes to serve in the church, that fits really well. Next, we have Grace Elder. Grace is also finishing from homeschool. Is heading off to Bridgewater College next year. Next, we have Josh Like. Josh is finishing at Hanover High School. He's going to take a gap year next year. Him and I have been talking about what comes next. We're excited for him. I've lost count. Is that it, or do we have one more? No. Okay, cool. Next, we have Jacob McLean. He's finishing at James River. And is heading off to James Madison, JMU next year to study nursing. And we've got Noah Seidlitz, also finishing at Grove Christian School, heading to Liberty University, go Flames. He's going to study graphic design. And so those are our graduates for this year. So if you're a high school graduate and you're graduating this year, could you stand just so we could recognize you? Getting to know and do ministry with all of these guys the last 2 years has been really awesome, and I'm just so thankful for the time that the Lord has given me with them. I'm excited to see what is going to happen in their lives over the next couple years, so keeping that in mind, I'd like to pray over our service this morning, but also pray for our graduates this morning as well. So let's join together in prayer. Lord, I want to thank you so much for just the goodness that you've shown to us this last week. God, thank you for allowing us to be here together this morning as a church. God, I want to pray over this service. God, over our worship of you. God, I pray that we would worship